He's got it. Oh, is that a big one? That looked like a big one. I don't know. What's going on, man?
Oh, we got all That's a Good Fish flat bottom going in. Gonna do a little
pond fishing?
Well, it's more like a little mini lake fishing. We're gonna hammer them.
What do we call this lake?
It's called the hatchery. It's a secret. No, you cannot fish it.
Yeah, guys, so we're fishing well, actually, it's a private mini lake is what we call it. Nice little pond. It's got lily pads, clear lake. It's also got standing timber, and we like catching them in the timber. But it is May 2nd, I think, today. So fish should be moving up, spawning, probably catch some on a frog. And we may break out the Merthiolate trick worm, which is an absolute spring killer. So we just started fishing. We're gonna start with a Merthiolate worm. You just Texas rig it like normal, except there's no weight. And what it does is it sinks real slow, and you twitch it, it kind of darts. And for whatever reason, they love it. And I don't know what it is about Merthiolate. I think it's because it glows, but I'm not sure there's a better color. And you just kind of let it sink a little bit and hop it a little bit, and it just darts real nice. And the nice thing about it too, and I don't know if Peyton can get this, but you can skip it really easily. Oh, there's one. Bring him this side. Just like that. And that's how it's done. Well, Merthiolate. And that's the cool thing about it is sometimes they'll come up and eat it on top. Other times you just have to feel the bite. So you can fish it on top, or you can fish it a little bit below the surface. That one ate it on top if you saw the boil. And now, how long do these worms last?
About 3 fish.
All right, guys, while Austin is fishing old Merthiolate, I'm gonna throw a frog. One of the best spawning pre-spawn baits you're gonna find once that water hits 50, 55, 60 degrees, and I'm gonna bet this lake is at least 60 degrees. This lake, obviously, it has a lot of fish. That's why we call it the hatchery. A lot of 2-pound fish, but it also has a lot of the 7+ pound fish. So any body of water you're fishing has a size range for that, lake. And you can change it a little bit by putting different bait in and shad and things like that, but most of these lakes have just their size range, and this one is 2 pounds and 7+ mostly. And this is a good time of the year to catch them. There's a little bit more chop than I like for a frog, but... And I'm gonna also throw a big old... And Merthiolate is just, I'm telling you, it's just gonna outproduce it on fish. Now that's a real small one, but if you want to catch a ton of fish, it's the best bait right now for this time of year. I should eat. Oh, no, it's not. It's a nice one, a little better one, I think. No, it's not. No, it's that normal range. The biggest one of the day, though. Not big, but.
Stockton keeper. We'll take 5 of those at Stockton for a nice.
Stockton keeper. Oh, he's beat up, as you can see. He's been up there banging around. This is probably a male, but he just blew up on it. Nice fish. Can't beat it. They're biting pretty good, so. He's got it. Subtle suck, folks.
Decent one.
Guys, this is one of those lakes, and I don't like counting fish. obviously. I just think it's go fishing and however many you catch. But one time my dad and I actually did count fish here in the spring, and we caught like 125 in 5 hours. There he is.
Good one.
Not a bad one. See, you lost your worm. That's not a bad one.
No, it's not.
He's small. Never mind. He's small. Bro, did you see the other worm? It was floating right there.
Mm-hmm.
That's the one I just lost. He had it in his mouth. Yeah, it was just floating out there. And then this fish had it. He had the old one in his mouth. That's crazy.
Sometimes I just, sometimes. Say I'm shocked.
Merthiolate, man. Catching fish behind people. If you want to catch 15-inch bass behind people in pressured water, Merthiolate trick worm is for you. All right, guys, we got a lightning warning, so we're going to go back to the truck so we don't get killed. All right, guys, we saw some lightning, so we're gonna take a break from catching these fish, but it's been pretty crazy so far. So we're gonna go sit in this nice warm truck and wait for this to pass. I'm not afraid of much when I fish, but not a huge fan of lightning when I'm sitting in an aluminum boat with 7-foot rods. A little midday lull. The Merthiolate trick worm will catch more fish 4 to 1 this time of year if you just want bites. So if you got a kid that wants to catch a bunch of fish, or you haven't caught a lot of fish in a long time, springtime comes around, get you a Merthiolate colored trick worm. Zoom makes them and Z-Man makes them. Zoom is the premier one because it sinks. You can get them all at Bud's Bait. All right, guys, as you can see now we're post frontal, aren't we?
Yeah, this is gonna suck.
It's post frontal.
I'm not sure
Sun's out.
I'm not sure we should both stand up here right now.
And the good thing about this lake is it's front proof.
Yeah, we're about to find out.
Is the hatchery front proof? We're gonna find out right now.
Somehow we're still getting cornered.
That fish wants to be caught, and he's going to. He's got it. Oh, is that a big one?
Yeah.
That looked like a big one. I don't know. Oh, it's a nice one. It's a nice one. That's a nice one. Hey, that's one of those tweener fish for here, isn't it?
Yeah,
that's one you don't see in here very much, but that's a nice fish.
Pretty good one.
That's a nice one, man.
Yeah.
On the old frog. Was it a subtle suck?
Oh no.
Make that sound again. What did it sound like? All right. See you, bub. So I'm throwing a chatterbait here. This is one of the better baits you can throw around lily pads, vegetation, weeds. Z-Man makes a great one, obviously, with the Jackhammer. This one's the Bighead Wobbler. Can't go wrong. So I'm throwing it on the outside of the weeds, and you're just kind of jerking it out of the weeds. I like to throw this on 30 to 50 pound braid. And because you're just around weeds, it helps you jerk it out of the weeds a little bit more.
Barometric pressure just changed.
Did it?
Yeah.
How do you know?
You can feel it.
Oh yeah? Can you feel it?
Yeah, see if you get a bite.
It just changed?
Mm-hmm.
It just did.
You can feel it on your skin.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
No, you can't.
Yes, you can.
No, you can't feel a pressure change.
You just threw it 5 times without getting a bite. Now it's 6.
All right, now watch this.
Unfortunately, when the pressure changes like this, there's no way you
pressure change.
you just don't get bites.
There's no pressure change. So, go back in there, get hung on the lily pad, yank it off, and then you catch one. Look at that. On the Bighead Wobbler. I can't remember what color Clayton calls this. Let's throw it on the rod.
Yeah.
One more time. Most of the time, I'm going out of sight, get a bite.
Out of sight, get a bite.
It means your chatterbait's going to be out of sight. Most of the time is where I'm going to get my bites. Except for that one. Boat flip! Chatterbait, guys. Get you a Jackhammer or a Bighead Wobbler from Clayton Westgate.
Where do you get the Jackhammers from?
Jackhammers, you can get them at Bud's Bait. They got plenty of Z-Man stuff. The trailers I like to use, this is a Zoom Z-Craw, or I love, the best one is the Rage Tail Menace. That is my favorite chatterbait trailer, but you can't really go wrong. So we're gonna get back to fishing and trying to get dry. Stick around. Oh, he hit it twice.
Good one.
Not a baddie.
Whoa! Stop the filming. You're probably thinking to yourselves, what the heck are these guys catching them on? They're not giving me any information. Well, let's talk about that. So Peyton and I are fishing out here, and we want to go over a couple of baits that we're using. So the first thing that's catching the most fish today is a chatterbait, or a bladed jig. Now we like to throw the Jackhammers, one, because you can buy them at Bud's Bait, and two, we think they're the best. But we also like to throw the Bighead Wobblers, and those are made by Clayton Westgate out of Kansas. But we were throwing 1/2 ounce and 3/4 ounce chatterbaits with Zoom Z-Craws. You can also buy those at Bud's. And a multitude of different colors. White, chartreuse and white, red and green. Basically, you picked one up, they were eating it. Now, when the bite slowed down a little bit, we had to finesse them a little bit with the Merthiolate trick worm. Now, you might be asking yourselves, what's that? Well, a trick worm is just basically a floating worm that slinks really, really slow. And what it does is when it sinks real slow, you can twitch it and it kind of darts left and right. What it mimics, I don't know. What it looks like, not sure. I just know they gobble it up. The one thing you want to make sure you do with the trick worm is you want to Texas rig it. And you want to have that point of your hook out just a little bit so you don't have to set the hook real hard to drive it through. Now I like to throw this on braided line. 20 pound, 25 pound, something real thin that you can throw on a spinning rod so that you can skip it, cast it in the wind, because it's hard, it doesn't weigh anything, so it's hard to throw with a bait caster. The last thing that we caught a lot of fish on was a frog. Now this particular frog is a Spro. You can also get these at Bud's Baits. And we caught a few fish on the Booyah frog. It didn't seem like one worked better than the other one. One key to the frog that we found out is you want to trim up the tails so that when they come up to eat it, there's less tail for them to eat, therefore better chance of you putting a hook in them. And the second thing is you want to use at least 50 pound braid. This is 50 pound, we go all the way up to 65, sometimes 85 pound braid depending on where we're fishing. But that braid seems to, A, you get a better hook set on a long cast, and then B, you can winch them out of the grass. And when you continue watching the video, you'll see us how we're just reel. You're trying to get them out of the lily pads, out of the grass so they can't dive in there and wrap you up. So keep watching. We've got a lot of fish to catch. Winch them out of there.
That's how you get them out of there quick. Woo.
That's key when you're fishing lily pads and grasses. When you set the hook and you hook them, you got to reel.
You ain't got time to look at them as, oh, that's a good one, that's a good. No, just reel your reel.
We can look at them now.
Reel your reel and look at this fish. We can look at him now. So there he goes.
Winch him. Get him. Winch.
I don't think that was him.
I don't either. Still a decent one. I thought you were going to throw him at me. Let him go. You still filming?
Yeah. Still on there?
Fudge!
Good one. Woo! Oh. Dang. Let me go ahead and get him for you. See what kind of fish he is. Oh, man. I got one. Folks, that fish is brought to you by Vienna Sausages. If you want a good boat snack that will get you through a tough day like today where you're only catching 50, 60 fish, Vienna Sausages is what you need. Oh, 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 he sounds mean. He sounds mean, oh no. Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no. Oh, he's not terrible, Stockton keeper. Maybe, oh yeah, Stockton keeper, nice Stockton fish. There, boys. Yeah. Well guys, it's been quite a day. There's that saying, you know, that never leave biting fish. We're gonna have to leave biting fish. I bet we've caught close to 70 fish today, maybe more. It's hard to keep count when you've caught so many. But this has been an incredible day just catching, not even fishing. This is catching. And frog, trickworm, chatterbait, spook, buzzbait. I mean, it's just whatever. That's why they call it the hatchery. And no, you can't fish it. But thanks for watching. That's a good fish. Truly appreciate it. And catch us next time.